Hi everyone, I'm Nathan. I'm going to tilt my chair a little bit here. Welcome to another Nate's 8. Woo, Nate's 8. Oh, and this is Sweetie. And welcome to another Nate's 8. What are we doing this time? This time is something like Nate's 8 from a hat, but it's Nate's 8 suggested by a viewer. A viewer, who will remain nameless, he knows who he is, suggested top 8 games with violent conflicts. He wanted top 8 games with violent conflicts, which is a great suggestion. And, therefore, we shall do top 8 games with violent conflicts, Nate's 8. And the tradition of Nate's 8, we do runners-up. Games that are not on the list, so we shall not talk about them. Dungeon Academy is a runner-up. It's a roll and write game where you draw a line through a dungeon. And the monsters in the dungeon are illusionary, and you cannot hurt them because they're illusionary, and they can't hurt you because they're illusionary. So we're not talking about that one at all. We're also not talking about Cartographers. Cartographers is an honorary Nate's 8 game of violent conflict because I usually play on the app, and the app doesn't have hero cards. Hero cards is where the violence comes in. You play your hero card in the right place. When the hero comes up, you draw your hero in the right place, and they kill the monsters for you. And that's fine. I don't play with heroes. I usually just play the app, which is just the original one. Oh, the cat wants out so bad. How are you going to sit there in the thing, on the table, for an entire year, and now you want out just because I'm recording? Oh well. Let's go. Top 8 games with violent conflicts. Here we go. Number 8 is Paladins of the West Kingdom. There's an attack section. There are outsiders that are attacking your kingdom, my kingdom. They're outsiders attacking my kingdom, and you can attack them back by putting 3 workers into the attack section. And when you do that, you pick up their card and add it to your pile of cards of people you've attacked. And that's it. And you get a little treat, which I assume represents them coming over to your side once you've beaten them in honorable combat. That seems fine. So yeah, it's fine. I don't play Paladins because it's super long and I only have the AI to play against. And the AI beats me up every time and it's not fun. It is fun, but it's long and the AI beats me up every time. Number 7 is Role Player's Expansion. There's a Role Player expansion. You know Role Player? It's the game of building a D&D type character and trying to get the most points for, And anyway, you try and get the most points for being able to do awesome and have high strength and charisma and awesome skills and awesome powers and awesome weapons, and you get points for that. Is that what you want? Alright. Yeah. And this one adds monsters that you can go attack and minions that you can go attack, and it's fine. It's fine, I don't mind. It adds a fun level to the game that makes it a little more interesting. And that's Role Player, but only the Monsters and Minions expansion. If you want a peaceful game where you just build your characters politely and calmly and nicely, you just play the base game and don't get the Monsters and Minions. Number 6 is Horrified. I love cooperative games. I love me some cooperative games. And Horrified is awesome. If the monster catches you, the monster's gonna do violence to you and break your stuff. And in some cases, you do have to violently defeat the monster. Dracula, I believe. Dracula is, I think, the only one you have to kill in this one. The mummy, you have to lay him to rest. Frankenstein and his bride, you have to get them together and show them that they were human all along. You drive the creature from the Black Lagoon away. That's this guy down here. The werewolf you have to cure. The invisible man you throw in jail. There's not a lot of violence, but they will do violence on you if they catch you. And they will definitely do violence on the townsfolk if they catch the townsfolk. So don't let them catch the townsfolk. That's a fun game. It's cooperative. And you have to beat the monsters. It does not have a whole ton of replay value, but it is fun. Where are we at? Number 5, Marvel Champions. I don't know that Marvel heroes kill anymore. I haven't read a comic in a long, long time. They didn't generally in the old days, the bad guy usually got away so that they could come back another day for the next issue or next storyline down the road that they needed them. But the violence kind of, it's fine. And this game's a lot of fun. You pick a hero, and you stop the villain's quest, and you knock him down to 0 hit points. And it's a lot of fun. I don't know that I can play by myself because there's a lot going on, a lot to think about, a lot to keep track of. But I can, maybe I can do it. I don't know. I do it. It's fine, but it is my third favorite living card game. So the other two generally get a look in before this one. But that's fine. If somebody ever wanted to play with me, I would be super excited to play with them. Games that I'd be super excited to play with other people. Interesting. Here's another Marvel. Marvel United is number 4. Yes, Marvel United is number 4. It's the same thing. You play your superhero, you play your cards, you run around the board, you rescue civilians, you KO bad guys, you defeat villain schemes. You're not coming back in. I just let you out. And it's all fine, and you can arrest the villain, and they can come back next time. So it's very, very fun game. Not very available because of all the Kickstarter exclusives and stuff, but it's really fun. And it is, but I guess it counts as violence. Here's Dune Imperium Rise of Ix. Where are we going? We're backing up. There we go. No, not Rise of Ix. This is regular. I don't have Rise of Ix yet. Still don't have Rise of Ix. Remember last week? Still don't have it. If I had $40, I'd probably spend it on living card games. Dune Imperium is the one that you can make the most argument that this is real, horrible, killing violence. But it's really abstracted. You put your guys into the arena, the zone of combat, whatever you call it. I forget what it's called because I'm a terrible streamer. You put your guys into the conflict, then you count who has the most strength in the conflict, who has the most, not necessarily guys, but who has the most strength in the conflict. And the person who has the most strength in the conflict gets the best treat off the conflict card. And then the second best treat off the conflict card goes to the person with the second most, and so forth. And then all your guys come back home, back to your little player card. And you can go, well, they're dead. They all went back to the player card, but that doesn't even make thematic sense. So thematically, it doesn't even seem like they die or anything. Conflict is very, very abstracted, and I don't know. So I'm fine with that. I almost never win against the AIs. Once again, the really, really difficult to defeat AIs coming in strong here in Dune Imperium. It's because they have many difficulty levels. There's like easy, medium, hard, and super duper hard. And then usually I play on medium. If I play on easy, I just stomp them and there's no challenge. Let's see. Number 2, Arkham Horror. You are an investigator. You build your deck, and that deck represents the stuff that your investigator can do. And you run around to these different locations, and you bump the things that go bump in the night. And yeah, there's a lot of fighting in it. And you really cannot go without fighting in this game. Sorry, man. You have to kill things. And it's sad, and it's hard. But apparently I don't care about it, apparently. Apparently, it's just not that bad. I'm fine with it. Usually the world is at stake, and I'm not just killing you because I want to earn more points than you, or I want to control the world more than you. Usually the world is at stake, so we should probably go ahead and just have a little violence if we have to. Speaking of the world being at stake, number 1, did you already guess? Did you guess? It's Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, a living card game, is number 1. Yeah, you gotta fight the Shadow, and the Shadow involves killing lots and lots of orcs, and it's sad that has to happen, and that orcs and men and elves and dwarves and ents and whatever else, eagles, can't live together. Hobbits, I forgot hobbits. It's sad that they can't all live together, but the world is doomed if you don't take care of this. And it's fine. It's not even the objective of the game. The objective of the game is to beat the quest cards that have been set up for that specific quest to try and get you. And they will get you. Oh boy, will they get you. And therefore, but yes, okay. Anyway, then that's number 1. My number one favorite game with violence in it that I overlook the violence is Lord of the Rings, the living card game. It's awesome. And I'll play it anytime with anyone, anywhere. You just tell me. Now I can't get anywhere. That's it for violent conflict. Next time. Also note that in these cases like Arkham Horror and Lord of the Rings and Not Dune Imperium and Marvel United and Marvel Champions and Horrified and Role Player and Paladins, we're not having violence against each other. It's violence against the game, which is way more abstract than I'm going to put in a lot of effort to beat the crap out of you. I can't deal with that. You being my opponent. You, my opponents. No. You, the game, that seems fine. Next week, I'm going to do another Nate's 8 that did someone suggest this or did I come up with it? I don't know. We'll do another Nate's 8 next week. In the meantime, take care and thanks for watching.